Hello people YouTube, how are you today? It's me Abby, and today guys, I have not done a get ready with me in a hot second, and I really felt like doing one because I have a lot to tell you guys about. I do have some new makeup, and I got my hand on the Shein sponge, some Shein palettes, some new Juvia's Place palettes, primers, foundations. I'm not going to be doing like a full face of new makeup because usually when I do that I just stay product oriented where I'm just talking about the products and not about me. And today I feel like talking about me. I know it sounds selfish, but I don't care. I also don't want this video to be like 30-40 minutes long. I wanted to see if I can keep it shorter this time because I know my videos have been super long lately and I don't like editing long videos of hearing me talk. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a full face of new makeup, but mainly a get ready with me, so I hope you guys like it. Also, just to let you know, this is just water. It's one of those cups that are like thermal, where it's cold and heat. I freaking love this. But just to save some time on this video, I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera, so I will be right back. Okay guys, eyebrows are on. I am using the Juvia's Place eyeshadow base, and I have a little story to tell right now, but before I do that, I think I'm gonna go in with both of these, maybe just this one, which is the Juvia's Place Sweet Pinks palette and the Festival palette. I think I'm gonna go in with this one first. Okay guys, so how's everybody doing? I have been doing really well actually. It's been a really busy week for me with the baby, and I've just been, that's literally what I've been doing, just taking care of the baby and then working on the weekends. In fact, I have work tonight, which is weird for me because I'm used to working when I do work on the weekends. I work like in the mornings right when the store opens instead of when the store closes, and I prefer to open because I don't like to stay up till midnight. Well, I do, but it's a long story. The thing is, where I work, I never get off like right at midnight. Like I'm scheduled to midnight, but I probably won't be off until like 12:30, and then by the time I come home, shower, maybe eat dinner. I might eat dinner before then, before I even go to work, but like work until midnight. By the time I get home, I have to go straight to bed because I work again Sunday and I work the morning shift. So I'm like, but let me go to that Juvia's Place thing. I got a lot to tell you about that primer because here's the thing. I bought the primer with the palettes a couple weeks ago. They were having a sale where it was like some of the palettes were 50% off and a lot of the palettes were like $6 to $10. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to buy that because that is cheap. And I heard that their eyeshadow formula is really good. This is my first time ever trying Juvia's Place eyeshadows, and I'm not gonna lie, so far they are really, really good, very pigmented. But because I was already making like a big purchase, I decided to say like, fuck it, let me get the eye primer too, because the eye primer I think is like $12 to $16, and not the cheapest thing, but at the same time I was like, I've always wanted to try it. I'm not used to using eye primers, and ever since I started using like MAC Pink Pot and the one from AOA, I started to open my mind a little bit more, and so I bought it, and I used it the first time a couple of days ago, maybe about a week ago actually, and I did my makeup because of the fact that the company Hyde that I had mentioned to you had messaged me, and they were like, they loved my video, which I was like, okay, thank you. And then they asked me to make like a video covering up my tattoo with the concealer, and I did. And I did my makeup for it, and I decided to use the primer for the eyeshadow just to try it out because I just did my makeup for the video, just in case my face was showing, I would look a little pretty. But here's the thing. When I squeezed the primer, I shook it too. This is the one I have. This is not my new one. This is the one I currently have. I shook it, and when I went to pour it out, this clear liquid just comes out. It's just this clear liquid, half of it, this clear liquid just comes out. And I'm like, first it's ew, because no offense, it smelled really gross. It smelled like fish oil. And it was really, like, I'm sorry to Juvia's Place, but it stunk. So I cleaned up my palette, and then the normal product started to come out. And I don't know why, but I still decided to use it. And the thing is, it worked really good. But I messaged Juvia's Place and I said, hey, I'm not sure if I got like an expired one or something, but this clear liquid came out, and I sent a picture of what I got. And not even 24 hours later, I get a response that they just sent me a new one. Like, it's just a new one of these eye primers. I'm like, I didn't get any, person be like, oh my god, I am sorry for this. That is not an explanation of what it was. No, they just sent me a new one, which, I'm grateful for. I'm very grateful. But at the same time, I was, hoping for some kind of, explanation. I don't know if it was just, I didn't mix it that well. I thought there was going to be, some kind of explanation. No, nothing. But the company did message me, and they sent me a new one, and that is supposed to be here, within a couple days. But I just thought that was weird. I was hoping for, somebody, an actual person be, who, from other, customer support groups, where, they'll message you, oh my god, I'm so sorry, that this came, for example, this came in broken, we would like to send you a new one, or, oh, sorry, it looks expired, we'll send you, no, nothing. It was just, here's this, and here's your tracking number. Okay. Also, by the way, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow, and so far, I'm not hating it. But as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of doing, pink eyeshadow, because I don't like staining on my eye, but at the same time, I kind of just don't care, and these pinks were just too cute not to play with, so I just said, fluff it. I feel pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay. I feel dashing, oh so dashing. I feel I don't know how that fucking song goes. It's stuck in my head, and I don't know where it even came from. I think I'm gonna be extra and just going with the super bubblegum pink right here, and I'm gonna use my finger because I always use my finger. Even though I have some nail right now, so this is going to be hard. That is such a beautiful shimmer. And there's still a ton on my eye. My finger, not my eye. I don't know why I hated pink and where it came from. Because this looks good. I think it's because I hate pink makeup because it always stains so badly. Obviously because red pigments are the hardest to get out. But at the same time, I'm they look the prettiest. But at the same time, I'm but do I want to deal with getting the stain off? And I'm no, I don't. But at the same time, I do because I'm Mama looks good. Okay, I think I'm done with my eyes for now. I'm going to put these brushes back here. I have made a mess of my... I always make a mess. I don't know what I'm talking about. I also am trying a new primer today with a new foundation, which I know probably wouldn't bode well because you're always supposed to try a new foundation with your favorite primer to know if it's good. But you know what? Everybody keeps telling me how good this is, and I have not used it yet, and I let my sister use it, and she liked it, and I just want to try it, okay? That's it. This is the e.l.f. Mint Jelly Primer. Oh my god, it smells really minty. If you know me, I hate mint. Anything, food, toothpaste, I don't know why, but mint always makes me want to throw up. Every time I brush my teeth, I'm being serious, mint, I feel sick to my stomach because of the mint. I hate mint ice cream, but the color of mint is the most beautiful color in the world to me. I think it's the beautiful greeny blue color, and as you guys know, I love my greens and blues. But I don't know what it is, and the smell of it is making me sick right now. I think mint smells terrible. It doesn't smell bad, but it's not my smell. For example, my favorite candle is from Bath & Body Works, and it's eucalyptus mint. But it's mint paired with something. Chocolate chip and mint, for some reason, smells really bad to me. Mint on its own smells really bad to me, but if it's hemp, eucalyptus, and sage mixed in with mint, I think it complements it and makes it really nice. But at the same time, I'm not going to go out of my way to try and like mint. I'm sorry. Also, do we see how sticky this is? It dried really fast. Like, my hand is sticky. Sticky. I have two new foundations. I have this Marc Jacobs one that I found from Marshall's, and it was not touched, not used, and it was my shade, what looked like my shade. So I decided to grab it, and I have no idea which one it is because it literally does not say which one it is. And then I also have this Essence Pretty Natural one, which is the one I think I want to go in with because I have been loving, again, drugstore foundations lately. Like, most of my foundations are from the drugstore, but I've been really loving my ColourPop Pretty Fresh lately. And even though this one isn't drugstore, the video I did recently on the Hide foundation, that foundation is amazing, even though I have dry skin. But I think I want to go in with the Pretty Natural just because it's a hydrating foundation, and I have no idea what the hell this one is. If anybody knows, let me know. I'm also trying out the new Shein sponge. Everybody has been telling me to try it out, and I'm like, okay. I bet you noticed that I didn't do the dots around my acne, and that is because I think I've realized something. If I put it around my nose, which I've been doing since the dawn of time, it won't stick to my nose. It's also a primer thing too. But I noticed this the other week when I did my makeup, and it did not, and my makeup was sticking really good to my nose, but I realized I forgot to do my concealer thing, but it still stuck. The thing is, I always did the concealer thing because of the fact that it's so hard to get around the crevices of my nose. I have to like dig in there, and when I do, it messes up the foundation around here, and that's why I used to do it. But then I realized, I could fix the foundation around my cheeks. It's not that bad, you know? Also, guys, this foundation is definitely a light to medium coverage. I am not getting a full coverage at all. This didn't say that there's full coverage, but I'm just saying, like, it's more on the, I want to say more on the medium side, but still. It's also fragranced. I don't like foundations that are fragranced. I don't know why, but the other day, I broke out so badly, and I can't figure out what it was from because, like, I haven't used any new skincare. I hadn't worn makeup in like a week, and I've been eating normally. I have no idea, like, why. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like this. It's not the worst foundation I've ever used, but it's definitely not the best. You know what I realized? It doesn't layer on itself good. Because I can see, like, why it's a texture thing. I look really textured. Like, if I come up really close, can you see it, or am I the only one? Also, it's, like, sticky still. Cause look. And I put foundation on my lips, so. And I didn't put primer on my lips, so this foundation's a little sticky as well. And you guys know I like my natural foundations. I don't like, I always say, like, I like a skin-like finish. I prefer to be, like, really, really dewy or, like, skin-like finish. I don't like to be, like, matte or, well, mainly just matte, which is kind of funny considering the last foundation I was raving about was matte. Guys, if only you saw how bad my foundations were getting, because I didn't realize I've been doing, like, so many foundation reviews of trying new foundations behind the scene that my drawer is, like, filled with foundations I haven't been using. Because the thing about me is I do my makeup once or twice a week. And, I don't need all this makeup, but it makes me sad because, like, I want to do more makeup, but I'm never home. That's my thing. I'm always, like, working, doing something. Like, with the baby, I get up at, like, 7 a.m., get ready, and then I'm there all day until 5 to 6 p.m., and by the time I come home, I'm tired. Do you think I want to do my makeup? No. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do, and I still feel like I want to get some work done. And I hate that because I miss when makeup, like, felt more fun, like, it didn't feel like a chore. It kind of does now because, like, every time I do my makeup, I feel like I have to film because I also want to get a video out each week, and sometimes that doesn't happen. Have you guys noticed that I have been posting a little bit late? I try to, like, stay on track, but it gets hard since I do work. I say 3 jobs, but it's more like 2 because I work as a security guard, as you guys know, on the weekends, and then on the weekdays I watch my sister's kids. I'm her little nanny, if you like to say, or what she calls me, he calls me the nanny. And then also, like, it's not every weekend, but every, like, other weekend to, like, almost every month, me and my sister clean my dad's shop, and that does take a couple of hours, and I do get paid for it, so that's why I say I usually have, like, 3 jobs. I also have 2 concealers, which is the Essence Camouflage and the Maybelline Age Rewind. I have never tried this concealer out before, and I know it's a classic. People have been using it for years. But the thing is when this was popular, they didn't have enough shades. And at the time, I was fair, like super fair. I don't know what happened recently. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still light. I'm bright white, ivory, whatever. But I have gotten more of a tan because I used to be like really, really fair and used to only get like fair foundations. And now I'm like ivory to kind of medium, sometimes medium. Like, for example, like my Beauty Blender foundation is in 160 warm. I think it's because I'm more warm tone than I thought I was. But yeah, anyways, I think I want to try this concealer today because this is a classic and I wanted to see if I like it, and also I want to hear the clicky sounds. And also, by the way, I hate these puff tips. I think that these are stupid. I think that this should be in like an applicator form. Oh my god. I'm not sure if this is the foundation, but oh my god. The concealer is just coming off my chin and I just put it on. Oh, you got. I think it's the foundation, guys. Because, like, do you see that right where I put a concealer? It's, like, coming off already. And I just put it on. Like, literally just put it on. Do you guys notice all that creasing? Ugh, I am a mess. But this is what it's like to try on new makeup. I know that what comes with it. I just hope that everything works. That's my sad part. That's the sad part about me. I just think that everything's going to work. But nope. Also, I'm trying a new powder today. I'm trying out the Jeffree Star powder, magic powder. I've never tried it before. I tried the luminous one, and I didn't hate it. I did like it, but I need to use it with like a really, really hydrating foundation because I used it with like one of my like I think it was my Believe Beauty one, and that one is more of a matte, and I felt so dry, but it did not look bad. My makeup stayed on really well. And I was thinking, because this is more of a hydrating foundation, a little bit of a matte powder would not, kill it. But anyways, I want to go back to talking about, like, my nephew, because I mainly watch just my one nephew, because the other 2 do go to school now. Zayden, he's 5. He goes to preschool 3 days a week, and then the other days he goes with my grandma until my grandma decides to drop him back off with me, and then I watch him. And then my little nephew, Damien, he goes to school, and then, I'll get him when he gets done with school so my sister can go back to work. But I mainly just have the baby, and the baby, he is 1 year old now. I freaking love that kid. He's something else, guys. Like, he's starting to develop his own personality, and he's just like, he's a go with the flow kind of kid. He still does not like car rides, which kind of sucks. I wish that he would, because every time he gets in the car, he'll be quiet for a good amount of time, but when he starts to get uncomfortable, oh my god, he will not stop crying. I wish he would, though, because, like, that's the one thing about me. If a baby cries, I go crazy. I hate it when babies cry. So, like, I always, like, try to make them stop. I'm like, hey, it's okay, stop crying. Even though I know it's okay for babies to cry sometimes, like, they're babies. But it's like, if a baby cries for any reason, I'm like... But he doesn't cry that much. He only cries when he's tired or if he gets hurt. Because here's the thing. He's been walking since he was about 9-10 months old. I know, he started walking early. And he runs. He's fast. I feel like sometimes, like, I will turn my head for 2 seconds and he just bolts. And then I get all nervous and scared. I still feel sticky, though, which is bothering me. I don't like feeling sticky. And I'm not sure if that's the primer, because the primer was really sticky, and also the foundation being sticky. If you trust me, that foundation was sticky. Take a shot every time I say sticky. But back to my baby. Here's the thing. The last couple of weeks with him have been a trip, guys. Like, he's something else. Here's the thing. Last Monday, when I was watching him, he usually takes 2 naps for me. A morning nap after we eat breakfast, and then an afternoon nap after he eats lunch. And usually when he wakes up, he's, like, perfectly happy, and he's being, like, the best baby in the world. But that day, he was just having so much fun. Usually when I watch him, I'll play Cocomelon for him. And by the way, I freaking hate Cocomelon. So I'll just sit there, usually on my phone, And like one eye on my phone, one eye on him. So because I cannot stand Cocomelon, guys. I really cannot. I don't understand how kids like that. I understand why kids like it, but at the same time, for me, I'm like, there's only 6 episodes on Netflix, and I've watched all 6 episodes twice in one day for the last 3 months. So you can imagine how I feel. And I do play other things for him, like Word Party and Scooby-Doo, but he mainly likes Cocomelon. That's his thing. But here's the thing. Last Monday, when I had gotten done making him breakfast, he was in such a good mood, I decided not to put him down for his nap. I said, okay, we'll just wait for his afternoon nap, because he hasn't been sleeping long for me anyways the last couple weeks, because usually he used to sleep literally like 2 hours for every nap or 1 hour every nap. And the last couple of weeks, he's been sleeping like 20 to 30 minutes, if that. And I understand like he's getting older, so naps are not going to be as long, which I'm also okay with, because usually he takes a nap on me, and I just have to sit there. But the thing is, about 2 hours after breakfast, Cocomelon, it was lunchtime. It was about 12. I always feed him lunch around 12:30, so he could take his nap around 2. But as I made his lunch, I made him like potato smileys and chicken nuggets. And as I gave him his lunch, I made my lunch. And I do keep an eye on him when I'm making my lunch. Because usually I cook my lunch and I'll microwave his, because he likes like these little, like, I don't know what they're called, like McCormick, like little chicken nugget things. I do make him stuff every now and then, but that day I was just tired myself, and I'm like, you know what, you're going to have a little microwave meal. And he loves those things. He'll eat them all day. But back to my story. As I made it, I was cooking my lunch. And I always like turn around to check, and I'm like literally every minute, because I'm like, you eating? And I noticed that like every time I check on him, he would be fine. The last time I checked on him, though, after a minute, he was like this. And I noticed that he was about to fall asleep. And I'm like, I thought it was so funny. I filmed it. I wish I could show you, but my sister does not want him to be on camera, and I respect her wishes. But it was so funny, because I'm like, and he falls asleep. So I finish cooking my lunch, and I take him out of his little thing, because it's not like a normal like high chair situation. It's like a seat that goes on top of the table, and it's a high chair, but it's just holding his upper half. It doesn't hold like it holds his bottom half, not his upper half. So he's just like leaning, and he's about to fall on like the plastic part. So I take him out of it, and he's asleep on my shoulder. I cook my meal, and I put it to the side. I go into the room, and I lay him down on his bed. I lay him on the bed, and I go to finish my lunch. I didn't really finish it, because I don't like being away from him, where I don't have like eye view of him. I know he's asleep. I know I have the time to eat my lunch. But I just leave it to his side, because I'm like, he's going to be asleep for like an hour, maybe even 2, if that, because he hasn't been sleeping well lately, that I'll just eat it when he wakes up. So I lay next to him on the bed, and I'm just playing with my phone, and an hour goes by, and I take a little nap with him. I'm not going to lie, I do take naps with him. My sister lets me, because he is my nephew. That's not unprofessional, because he likes me laying with him, because he is my baby. But anyways, when I wake up from the nap, I notice that 2.5 hours had already passed by. And I'm like, oh my god, he's still asleep. And it's already about 3-ish o'clock, because like I say, I always make him lunch around 12:30, and by the time I get done making his lunch, it's like 12:45. But it's like literally almost like 3:30, I think, and I'm like, oh my god, he's been asleep for a really, really long time. So I messaged my sister, I'm like, hey, Bray's been asleep for a long time, because she has this rule where he cannot sleep after 5, or he will not sleep that night, and I understand that, because I've had to watch him after 5 when he hasn't slept, and it's a nightmare. Because there was one time my sister and her husband, they wanted to go to dinner for their anniversary, and I said I'd watch the kids and spend the night, because they wanted to have a night with just them. So I agreed. And the thing is, they stayed out until 2 in the morning. Zayden and Brayson both did not go to sleep that entire night, and they were both fussy. Even Zayden, because they wanted their mom. And Zayden's a mama's boy. I love him, but he is a big, big mama's boy. He doesn't like it when his mom leaves. So I had to reassure him that I'm like, it's fine, you're fine. And at the time, the baby was I'm gonna say 5 months, 6 months old. And I'm like, it's fine, you guys are fine. By the time my sister came home, I'm like, take him! But back to my story. I texted my sister, I'm like, hey, he's been asleep literally for like 3 hours now. Do you want me to wake him up? And she goes, yeah, but wait until like 4 o'clock to wake him up because he was comfortable, you know? And like literally a minute, it was 3:59. The second I'm about to wake him up, he wakes up and he's like, I'm not even joking, the happiest mood I've ever seen that kid. Like woke up like happy, giggling, laughing, wanting hugs, wanting kisses. I was in love, guys. I had never been so happy in my life. And I know it sounds like an exaggeration, but I honestly was so happy because when he's happy, I'm happy. And he's just, again, the cutest baby of all time. I wish I could show you a picture of him, but unless you're a family or a friend, you probably won't see it. Unless my sister gives me the okay one day to post him. Guys, I look too white, which is the weirdest thing I've ever said. Literally, this foundation has like a weird white cast. It went on looking like my color, in fact, a little bit darker, but like now it looks like it makes my products I use every day, but every time I use my makeup, look so dark on me. Like, do you see that? Ugh. But yeah, ever since that day, he was just good mood. Like, this entire week, he's been really good. But he has this one bad habit where he just, I think every baby does this because every baby has done it to me, is where they will slap something. Your face, your hand, because they just do it, you know? But yeah, he has this habit of, like, slapping, which, I hate to say, he does it a little too often, and obviously I'm not going to, like, hit him back because he's a baby. But I will be like, no, no, no. And he doesn't understand because he's, again, only one. He's barely one. But every time he does it, I usually have my glasses on when I watch him. He'll slap my glasses off my face. And when that happens, it'll pull my nose rings out. And because this one is still new, this one has been pulled out like 5 times already. And every single time it has been pulled out, I get a nosebleed. And then I get a little angry because it hurts a lot when it comes out, but it hurts 10 times more when it goes back in. And when that happens, I feel like I have to start this process all over again of cleaning and disinfecting it so it can heal. So it doesn't hurt anymore, but when that happens, it starts to hurt again for like a week. But yeah, he's made that a habit, or he'll like to slap things on my face. Like, for example, he has a bunch of like plastic trucks and toys, and he'll like occasionally my sister will give him like one of the kitchen spoons to play with. You know, like babies like the weirdest thing. They never like their toys. And he'll hit me with certain things. And there was the other day, like I have a bruise right here, if you can tell. He hit me with a pot. There's a bruise on top of my hand right here. There's several bruises on my back and on my legs, which I'm not gonna show you my legs. But there are bruises on my legs from just him hitting me with things. I'm like, you little brat. I have 3 highlighters. None of them are really new besides this one from Wet n Wild, because this one is just the Essence Pure Nude, and I had to grab me Champagne Pop since we all know Becca is going to be closing down. Which, by the way, we have to talk about that. I think I'm going to just use Champagne Pop because we're going to talk about that right now. Here's the thing. I have used Becca products before. I used to have a Becca eyeshadow palette that I bought from a friend, and I loved it for a hot second. But I don't use Becca products on the reg, and I've never tried their highlighters before. And I know that this one was a classic because of Jaclyn Hill. By the way, oh my god, I see why. And I've always wanted to try it, so when I heard, you know, they're closing down, I'm like, that makes me sick. I'm like, I do like their products. They have some good makeup, and it's like, they have been around, guys, for a hot minute. They've been around for as long as I've been alive. Just think about that. I'm 21. They've been around for 20 years. By the way, a lot of people don't believe I'm 21, which is weird. I always get the weirdest answers from people. A lot of people think, like, I'm like 16 through 18, or it's like the complete opposite of like some people think I'm in my 30s. And I'm like, nope. I'm 21. Most of the time I get that I look younger than what I am, which, thank you. I hate that though because I'm 21 and I always fucking get carded. You know what I hate? I have to go to work and I'm going to cover half of this up with a mask anyway. It's just kind of sad. But luckily I go to work at night. I'm only working 4 hours today because I feel like I couldn't handle anything else with the workload I already have. So I'm working 8 to 12. And then tomorrow I have to work 9 to 5. Guys, I wish you could see my drawer right now because my highlighter drawer is so freaking full. I am planning on saving up so I can buy those IKEA Alex 9 drawers. And I think I want to buy like 3 of them and get rid of this freaking mess I have right here. And just put all my makeup in them. And then like use my one roller thing to keep like my essentials. Like the things, if I do my makeup every day, that kind of stuff, even though I don't do my makeup every day. Because like, I'm being serious, every drawer is full of makeup. And I can't fit more. So I haven't been buying more lately, even though you know what's sad? That is like my addiction. I will buy makeup even though I know I will not get to it, and I know that seems like a waste, and I see it to myself, and I'm like, I am going to get to it. I will review it for my channel, but then certain products, it never gets reviewed. Like, there's so many things. Like, for example, I have these lip liners from SheGlam that I was going to do full face SheGlam makeup, and it didn't happen. Of more SheGlam makeup. I'm still thinking about doing it, but no time. There's been no time. So let me know if you want to see what videos you guys want to see from me, because I think for now on, I'm going to start just sticking to like get readies with me, or I think I might go back to doing tutorials. I haven't done a tutorial in a hot minute. I used to do tutorials all the time, and nope, not from me. Not from me. I love being shiny. My shiny teeth and oh my god. Fairly Odd Parents just popped up in my head because I'm like, I love being shiny, and then shiny teeth and I forgot how that song even went, but I know it's shiny teeth. Do I just sound insane to you guys sometimes? Sometimes I wish you knew my thought process, because I don't understand like where certain thoughts come from my head. Like, for example, I can be looking at a foundation and then I will think of a puppy, and then from that puppy I'll think of a memory from when I was 13 years old, and then from 13 I'll think of going to the park with my dad at age 9. It is the weirdest frequent of events that I will get to. I always feel so beautiful when I do my makeup. Like, I feel beautiful sometimes when I don't do my makeup. That's my one problem about me. Like, I don't know why, but if I don't have makeup on, I don't feel pretty. Sometimes. Because sometimes, like, if I have a clear face and I get done with my skincare, I'm like, yeah, who's that bitch? But, like, if I coming home from work or getting done with the baby, I feel disgusting. I feel like I look disgusting in every single way. Or if I'm just in my loungewear, I'm like, I look gross. But at the same time, I know it's, like, just in my head. But it just doesn't want to leave my head. Guys, I think this is a new look for me. What do you think? I have been filming for over 2 hours. I swear. I take forever. Oh, I want to gloss so badly. Okay, guys, we are at the end of the video. I am finished with my makeup look. I decided for my lips today, I went in with ColourPop liner in Curvy and ColourPop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick in Times Square. And to be honest with you, I like this combination a lot, but I need a gloss, but I'm not going to put on a gloss because of the fact that I know I have to work tonight. Well, maybe I am going to put on, and I'll just change my lip afterwards, because again, no one's going to see my lips. You know, fuck, I'm going to put on a gloss before. Okay, guys, now I feel better. I put on Vida Mocha gloss by Wet n Wild, the Coffee Cat collection, and now I feel like me. This is 10 times cuter. I feel hot. Not gonna even lie, I feel hot. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell icon to see more videos from me. And also, share this with your friends, maybe. You know, do what you want. But I think you guys should also check out more of my videos so I know you guys are watching. And, you know, I have a whole playlist of videos. Like, literally, I have a ton of videos, you know. Just check it out. Check out your girl. Support your girl. She's very small. But, yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.